refine it, you need special plants.
So let me just get this all straight. Trump loves Putin, but hates dictators in this context, but was infuriated by the fake claim, from what we can tell, that Ukrainian drones went to kill Putin. If this is our new standard, why don't we let them do that and then we take Russia's oil? I'm not saying we should do that. I'm saying,
Oh, no.
how do you get it? I don't want it. I'm just saying people are saying we should do that. That's me. The people of Russia, I am here. Please welcome your new president, Volodymyr Zelensky. And then this.
The United States military is the strongest and most fearsome military on the planet by far. With capabilities and skills our enemies can scarcely begin to imagine. We have the best equipment.
So yes, our military is amazing. I'm sure this operation operationally was brilliant because our military is amazing. How our leaders choose to use it is often not amazing. How Trump tries to explain how amazing it is, and the slurring is not amazing. And then he tries to talk about the Monroe Doctrine, and he wants to recoin it the Donroe document. Now you think I stuttered? That's what he said.
Potentially in league with the cartels operating along our border. All of these actions were in gross violation of the core principles of American foreign policy, dating back more than 2 centuries, and not anymore. All the way back, it dated to the Monroe Doctrines, and the Monroe Doctrine is a big deal, but we've
Tell us more. Tell us more, Don.
superseded it by a lot. By a real lot. They now call it the Donroe document. I don't know.
The Donroe document. Gosh. Again, just laughing so we don't cry. If anyone gets onto me about this, I know. But what are we supposed to do with the Donroe document? What are we supposed to do with that?
They now call it the Donroe document. I don't know. It's Monroe Doctrine. We sort of forgot about it. It was very important, but we forgot about it. We don't forget about it anymore.
I think you forgot about it. Or what it was. Alright, then we're just going to keep taking through some of these key clips. Here we go.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Yikes. Words are very difficult. I do want to skip forward to the opposition leader who rightfully won the last election would presumably be, if we were going to install someone who would be installed. Trump gets asked about that and it's like, nah.
Current location of opposition leader Machado and have been in contact with her.
No, we haven't. No.
On Monday.
I think it would be very tough for her to be a leader. She doesn't have the support or the respect within the country. She's a very nice woman, but she doesn't have the respect within the country.
Doesn't have the respect that I do. Has always loved me. Just like black women. I see them in MAGA hats now. And then, I guess there's like one upside to how much his brain is mushy, which is that he kind of says the things that maybe previous presidents, when they engage in such activity, knew in their mind but didn't say it out loud, but Trump just says it out loud.
It has killed a lot of people doing just that. The infrastructure is old, it's rotted. Much of it is stuff that we put there 25 years ago, and we're going to be replacing it, and we're going to take a lot of money out so that we can take care of the country.
We're going to take a lot of money out. I guess he's talking about out of Venezuela. And let's see if there's any other notable parts. Oh, a big one, which is he sort of goes, oh, while I'm on the subject, there are some other countries I'm looking into to become the new president of. Now, obviously, I'm saying that slightly as a joke, but he is saying we run it, so kind of.
Go ahead. Is there a message here for Cuba and Diaz Canel?
Well, Cuba's an interesting case. Cuba is, not doing very well right now. That system has not been a very good one for Cuba. The people there have suffered for many, many years. And I think Cuba is going to be something we'll end up talking about, because Cuba is a failing nation right now, very badly failing nation. And we want to help the people. It's very similar in the sense that we want to help the people in Cuba, but we want to also help the people that were forced out of Cuba. And
so I just want to say again, regardless of how you feel about this, by Trump's standard, what he ran on, this is a complete violation of his promise. This type of stuff is what he ran against. Us going around the world and deciding what happens in all these different countries through military power. He wasn't someone saying, yeah, that's my foreign policy stance. He wasn't. So this is a big bait and switch. And that's why even many of the supporters are confused. And I read you got one who was going, I was prepared to defend this because I thought it was just to get Maduro, but now I'm hearing that we're going to take over, quote unquote, take over Venezuela. And I could play the compilations, but you remember, no new wars, no longer regime change wars, blah, blah, blah. And then here and there he would indicate, if I were still in power, we would have taken their oil. But for the most part, that's what so many people who ended up voting for Trump, who maybe were hesitant, would say, I just think he's going to be the peace president. I think we're stop getting involved in everyone else's affairs. That's what they said. Than this.
Mr. President, former President Gustavo Petro, a couple weeks ago said he's got to watch his ass. Today he said he's not concerned about anything happening to him in the aftermath of this operation. So, just what your message is.
Well, he has cocaine drills. He has factories where he makes cocaine. And yeah, I think I stick by my first statement. He's making cocaine and sending it into the United States. So he does have to watch his ass.
So he's putting a lot of other people on notice. Now, you would think if you just conducted a genuinely historic action, conducting this operation without congressional approval, and saying that we're going to go in and, he's actually said, make Venezuela great again. He's a very creative, innovative one. Then you would think you'd be pretty amped up, right? This would be a rare time where your eyes would be getting droopy. Well, General Raisin Cane, yes, literally, it's all out of a movie, got up to the podium and Trump was struggling.
Intelligence agencies, including the CIA, NSA, and NGA. We watched, we waited, we prepared, we remained patient and professional. This mission was meticulously planned, drawing lessons from decades of missions over the last many years. Many missions over these last many years. This was an audacious operation that only the United States could do.
What it looks like, I know it's just because his eyes are drooping, but what it looks like is he just can't stop taking note of Raisin Cane's ass. Colombian president, watch your ass, and while you're watching your ass, I'm gonna be watching Raisin's ass. Raisin Cane doesn't eat much Raisin Canes, because he keeps it tight. Watch this, watch this.
Operation that only the United States could do. It required the utmost of precision and integration within.
Yikes. And then similarly, Trump's face starts to droop. Gravity is a bitch.
Readiness. Prepare to
Oh, wowza!
state of readiness. Prepare to project power, defend themselves, and our interests in the region. This operation is a testament to the dedication and unwavering commitment to justice and our resolve to hold accountable those who threaten peace and stability. In closing, I want to express my heart.
Now, of course, this is called, as Trump explained, blinking. This is normal blinking. And we should keep that in mind. Now, when Trump was back up at the mic, the question just kept being, so who's running it? What do you mean we're running? Well, who? Who? Caroline Leavitt is gonna go there? The supreme leader of Venezuela? Leavitt? Bobby? People of Venezuela, you have been oppressed no longer. Much like the women before you, I will bless you with my harvest. Open wide.
For Maduro. So you can look at, and others, we have fantastic people, including people in the military. So we're going to have a group of people running it until such time as it can be put back on track, make a lot of money for the people, and give people a great way of life, and also reimbursement for people in our country that were forced out of Venezuela.
But I thought he said everyone coming from Venezuela was Hannibal Lecter. I thought he said it was insane asylum. I didn't even pull this clip, but at this press conference, he was like, you know, they came from jails, they came from insane asylums and mental institutions, but mental institutions kind of like the lesser version of an insane asylum. Insane asylum's like a little more heavy, a little more tough than in a mental. It's like, what are we talking about? But that was his argument about who was coming from Venezuela. It was a bunch of crazy people, and now he's saying we're going to reimburse said crazy people. Not following. Here's Marco Rubio.
That helped protect Maduro, this is well known, their whole spy agency, all that was full of Cubans. I mean, they basically, it's amazing. This poor island took over Venezuela.
This poor what?
Amazing. This poor
Marco. That's a pretty dirty language for this setting.
Island took over Venezuela in some cases. One of the biggest problems Venezuelans have is they have to declare independence from Cuba, who tried to basically colonize it from a security standpoint. So, yeah, look, if I lived in Havana and I was in the government, I'd be concerned, at least a little bit.
And Trump talked about how second strike is prepared if needed, and all of those sorts of things. So, what I want for Venezuela is not what they had, and Maduro was absolutely awful and oppressive, and it's been terrible for his people and his economy, and it would be amazing if a better leader could rise up and be great for them. And I don't think it's crazy to see Trump saying we're going to take it over, as the New York Times outlined, given number one, the lack of congressional approval, number two, I don't know if they mentioned this, but I've been reflecting on how many lies have already been told in this build-up to what we're now seeing. And number three, that Trump's going to be in charge of running the country. And he's not doing very well running this one, so I don't know if he's going to be good running that one. But I hope for the absolute best, of course. And then I guess we got to finish this segment off with a tough guy talk from Pete Hegseth.
Justice all.
Can you guess what he might say?
I'm going somewhere with
direction
or lethality.
No. What did Maduro do, and what did he just experience?
Something about getting punched in the teeth.
No! How are you not remembering?
I'm like 0 for 5 on this year.
You remember the edit? What did he tell the world will happen?
Oh, FAFO.
Justice all on full display in the middle of the night.
Nicolas Maduro had his chance, just like Iran had their chance. Until they didn't, until he didn't. He effed around, and he found out.
Stop the memification of our government. I'm sick of it. I am absolutely sick of it.
Tonight on PBS News Weekend, President Trump says the U.S. will indefinitely fund the country of Venezuela following the military's capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Then an on-the-ground report from Venezuela's capital, Caracas, as some celebrate the U.S. operation but worry about what comes next. And And we head to one of the most remote parts of Alaska to see how the U.S. Census Bureau is making sure government grants get to the people who need them the most.
These places are not on the road system most of the time. You're flying in or boating in, and it's very prohibitively expensive to build. With these grants, they're able to build more homes for people, build community centers.
Major funding for PBS News Weekend has been